right, Donnington. One of my favorite tracks. I don't know, I have a soft spot for it, but a 20-minute rookie race with Low Fuel Motorsports, trying to cement my place amongst Low Fuel's elite racers. Enjoy. Something a little different. I voiced over this one. Didn't do a whole lot of talking during the race, and maybe this is better. Anyways, enjoy. Alright, well, here we are, about to start the race. You can see that I'm getting things really warmed up. Don't really have much of a strategy going into this one. Other than that, I don't want to totally ruin my own race or anybody else's. So here we go. It's about to get on its way. Alright, so we gotta start. A bit of hesitation off the beginning, and maybe I should have been a bit closer to that Porsche at the head. But nonetheless, we are on our way. Being the first lap, I found myself lifting and maybe not taking the best lines. I let this Audi get the better of me. But fear not, I will redeem myself. I knew I didn't have much of a chance to overtake on the outside, but I just wanted to keep tabs on this guy and keep that V10 buzzing in my ear as much as I could, but I did end up getting behind him, but have to keep up, so. Coming into the final part of this lap, and everybody goes through the dirt except for me. Hard to believe. Anyways, we managed to get ahead. Find the nose on the inside, so I elect to take a wide line. Playing it safe.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
There we go. Ahead of the white Audi, and with plans to stay there. Now, Donnington is one of those tracks I have a lot of fun at, but nowhere near mastered it, or I would say comfortably competent. There's a tongue twister. But I do find it a lot of fun, so I was enjoying myself this race, and you can see the looks of concentration and focus as I navigate myself around the track, chasing this, I don't know what color you'd call that McLaren. It's kind of a yellow. Kind of looks like a nice Yukon potato. Anyways, that was my target, so off we go chasing. Better executed that time around than last lap, and I gained some ground on the McLaren that went a bit wide. They didn't really have the apex in their sights properly and compromise their exit, so found myself right on the tailpipe. There, I'm just trying to fill his mirrors up as best I can to maybe force a mistake in the braking zone. And at this point, I'm just kind of waiting for my opportunity. I know that I have the pace on, and despite my venture through the sod there. Again, we are just keeping pace. 6th place. And staying there solidly, building up a gap to the pack of cars behind. As you can see, there's a bit of an accordion on the map, about 2.5, 3 seconds back. Really aggressive on that curve. You can see that I got a track limits warning, but no penalties, so I'm happy about that. Giving away time in those little spots where I'm dipping a wheel in the grass, maybe a bit too much. But I'm in no fear of losing the cars ahead of me, even as I get a bit of extra rotation there, which didn't seem to hamper me too much. Right here I recognize that the McLaren hit that inside curve and compromised the exit quite a bit, so I was able to get on the inside here and make a nice clean pass. And then he goes to inspect the grass to make sure that it is still green, and falls a ways behind. But no matter his motives, I'll take it, and we find ourselves in 5th place. So up ahead, this black BMW, bit of over-rotation, finds himself in the grass. I'm able to bypass him quite easily, as he shed a lot of speed. Don't hit the apex as well as I'd like, and my exit there is honestly pretty terrible, and I find that Beamer is closed up right away. Find the exit on that corner. That's kind of elongated right-hander. The Honda doesn't like to put the power down as well as I would like, and there's a lot of minor corrections you find yourself doing in the wheel. So I saw this coming and I just left the space open. I knew that the BMW was outbraking himself, I guess. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I don't like to watch the mirrors too much, but at the same time, you do have to watch for reasons like that. And that turn one seemed to struggle a bit. Hit the apex there, and I'm able to keep the throttle in, so that's a bit of an improvement over the last one. Bit slow through there, being extra cautious, and I managed to get a warning for track limits, even though it felt like it was slow. Just kind of dawdled through. once in a while I've been checking at the standings and I see that the leader is totally checked out, already crossing the finish line and quite a ways up the road. At this point, podium is definitely looking like a reasonable prospect. Second or third, I'm keeping pace with the Porsche and the Ferrari in front of me. This BMW is putting a decent amount of pressure on me, and it's got a nose in there, so I leave the space just in case, but I'm not sure what happened, but his corner was compromised, assuming that's something of his own doing. I managed to stay in front. And still keeping a reasonable gap to the Ferrari in front. They haven't gained on me too much, so I'm happy just to be trotting along and maybe take advantage of an opportunity that presents itself. And again, the BMW, that hairpin there, something I'm definitely keeping an eye on. I find myself checking the mirror often, curious of what he's doing. Which is possibly something he's trying to do to me, is distract me and possibly compromise my my corners by making sure that he's filling up my mirror. But based on what I witnessed before, I'm being a little extra cautious and watchful of what he's doing behind me. Honda rotating a lot there. You can really feel the pivot point in this car. When it works, it feels good, and when it doesn't, it tends to elicit a bit of a plowing feeling in the wheel. Again, we have the BMW going on an adventure in the hairpin. Managing to stay in front of that McLaren we passed earlier, the potato colored one. Now you can see that maybe my traction control, and playing with the dials a bit, I found that the traction control is activating quite a bit in the tight corners. As you see, we get past the Ferrari there. We lost a lot of pace in the beginning part of that lap. And we find ourselves chasing the Porsche. So there we are in a podium position. About this time, with 7 minutes left, I'm feeling good. I'm getting into a bit of a rhythm. Feeling a bit better that that BMW isn't so close behind me. I'm still aware that they haven't gone away completely. I definitely overshot the braking zone there for the hairpin, but I recover okay and continue on down the road. I lose a little bit of time to the Porsche ahead. But all things considered, we make it okay and carry on down the road. What I find myself doing sometimes, and and then maybe it shouldn't be done in a race, is I end up checking my delta to see if I'm in the green. Not really a practical way to do things. Tracking progress, really you should just be concentrating on clean laps, not so much your overall time. But it is something I'm guilty of doing. Alright, so coming to the hairpin again. I cover the inside line,
Car on the left.
so I'm aware that BMW is right behind me. Not making any ground on this Porsche though, which I'm not too pleased about. And again, I have the BMW filling up my rearview mirror, which seems to be a theme for the race. At this point, I should really just try to concentrate on the road ahead, but clearly little mistakes caused by my lack of concentration. I wouldn't say lack of focus, it's just misplaced focus. Here we have the BMW. It's got the nose on the inside, so I recognize this. Slow down.
Clear on the right.
Yielding to position, as I should. And just trying to get the best line. That turns I can, just to keep up now. I promised myself I wouldn't take it personal, but I mean, just look at me in this bottom right here. It seems I had a bit of a look of determination to catch up and reclaim my spot on the podium, so we'll see what we can do. A lot of ground made up there as these two are battling. I found myself in the role that the BMW was before, except it's me bothering him. Who knows if I'm having much of an effect in his review, but nonetheless, make my presence known. Right here, I see that I stick my nose in here because I'm not really sure which way to go. I see a bit of a gap, and then whatever you want to call that happens. At this point, obviously, there's not much I can do about the situation other than just get back on track as cleanly as I can and continue on the race. But at the time, I found myself a little miffed, as you can see by my expression there, and wondering what was going on in the mind of the person turning that wheel in the BMW. It's one thing to make a mistake, but when it appears intentionally, you tend to question the other driver a bit more. So here we are in 5th place, so I'm 2 spots out of the podium. battling with this Ferrari that we passed much earlier on in the race. And overdriving the car a little bit just because honestly I'm still thinking about what happened at the latter part of the last lap. And then I found myself driving into a bit of a dust storm here, and who should it be but the BMW that I'm fully caught up to now. He goes a bit wide, I go a little less wide, but we find ourselves coming out of the corner almost neck and neck with me just edging him in. I kind of recognize that he could be a little hot from whatever happened, so I just elect to take a cautious line. I'm glad I did, because he rocked it up the inside, completely blowing his braking and driving well off the track, it appeared. Now up ahead I can see, hey, the Porsche has also found itself in the grass. Maybe there's an opportunity there to take advantage of a mistake, but he gets back on track cleanly and continues on his way. So we find ourselves in 4th spot with that BMW 2 places behind. Seemingly not a problem at this point in the race as it's coming to an end. Go through last time, and what the hell is that? So I see the BMW in the rearview mirror. I'm pretty committed to the corners at that point, so I just hope for the best, and I see that he intentionally takes out this Porsche, and lo and behold, P3 is mine once again. Not the way I pictured it happening, and pretty unfortunate that you have somebody willing to go to those lengths to, I'm not really sure what you want to call it, but they went to a length to prove their points, and maybe their points proven, I'm not sure. This being Low Fuel Motorsports, you can report these things, so I mean, kind of a no-brainer there. It is a bit disappointing to see that kind of driving out of somebody. Mistakes happen and accidents happen, that's motor racing, but to see somebody pull something like that is it's pretty disappointing. But regardless, it was a pretty fun race despite the unpleasantry there. Time to park it, and well, that's the race. P3 at Donnington.